Though rare, it's a danger you may never have thought about: children and power windows. According to one advocacy group, 25 children have died in the past decade, and others have suffered severe brain damage from accidents involving car windows. Our consumer correspondent Janice Lieberman is here with more. Janice, tell us about this. Good morning.
Really scary. The group Kids and Cars and other consumer advocates are at a meeting in Washington this morning asking U.S. car makers to change the design of power window switches in all their vehicles. Currently, only some domestic models use the safer design, while imported cars have completely changed over. And consumer car experts say the design update would not be expensive and should be mandatory. Here's one family's heartbreaking story. At 2, Zoe Gates was a happy, healthy little girl and a joy to her parents, Britt and Jay. But sadly, just before her 3rd birthday, Zoe lost her life in a tragic accident. It happened in November of 2001 when Zoe's father left her to nap in the back seat of his vehicle while he worked close by. When he turned away, Zoe's head got trapped in the car's power window.
Zoe leaned out the window to look at a dog or to pet a dog and inadvertently put her knee on the power window switch, causing the window to go up and take her with it.
Britt Gates said they had no chance of saving their daughter. She calls it a silent killer.
Once the window's up and on the neck, you can't call for help, you can't cry, you can't do anything because the pressure's too strong.
Like in this demonstration, Zoe's head got caught in the window after inadvertently pushing the power window switch. David Champion heads Consumer Reports Auto Test Division. He showed us the 3 types of switches: the rocker, toggle, and lever. What's wrong with this type of switch?
Well, it's a rocker switch, and inadvertently a child, if they have their head out of the window, can put their knee on the switch. The window comes up, traps their head.
Champion says the toggle switch is also potentially dangerous.
Well, this is better than the rocker switch. This is the toggle switch, but it still has a potential problem. To raise it, you push it that way. To lower it, you push it that way. A child's knee could inadvertently wedge itself against it, raising the window, trapping them.
And what Consumer Reports wants all cars to have.
Yeah, this is the lever switch. We really like it. It can't be worked inadvertently. If anything happens, the window will always go down.
And this is the best scenario, the lever switch with auto reverse sensors.
Even if they pull up on it, put their hand or their head out of the window, it will automatically come down, even though the switch is still pulled up.
Britt and Jay have a new baby named Faith, but hope by keeping Zoe's story alive, other children might be saved.
It's senseless. There's no reason for children to be killed by power windows when not only is there technology available to change that is a minimal cost to the manufacturers.
Both Ford and GM say they're dedicated to child safety. They urge parents to never leave their children unattended in any vehicle. The car makers say the windows will not work if the ignition has been turned off and urge all parents to shut off the engine and take the keys. The car makers also say there is a power lockout button that can be employed. And once that's in place, and the windows cannot open. So at the very least, if you have these types of switches, make sure you have that in place.
You know, it's so important, this story, even though there have been, what, 25 deaths.
And brain injuries.
Because we want to tell people about this before there are any more of these injuries. And Zoe's parents, who were profiled in your piece, are going to be in Washington today testifying.
There's a huge press conference going on urging domestic car makers to change the switches, which everybody says would not be an expensive design change. So it's crazy not.
Well, they're heroes, and so is everybody else trying to do something about this to save our kids. Thank you so much, Janice Lieberman, for telling us about this.